Say is, Destiny 2 is so much more than the game we see in trailers. While many joined for the fantasy, we found a home amongst its people. And in the endgame, we stayed for the discos, the DPS, the grenades, the bad bubbles, burgers, and tannics behind every corner. Trombone medleys, laser tag, tower names, yeehaws, the dings, the punts, the clutcher kicks, sweeper bots, stasis crystals, cheese spots, raid callouts, pub stomp, ramen, sliding, chicken petting, Galahorn, Sepix Prime, shiny swords, titan.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to dive in and talk about just the kind of journey of being a massive Destiny and Bungie fan and what that's like to go from massive fan to actually working at the company that we loved so much. I want to learn about your journeys. How did you get started playing as a player, not as somebody who works here, playing Destiny, and kind of how has that relationship with the game evolved through the years? You know what, T, you and I, we've had many conversations, work session. I want to hear from you, buddy.
So I've been playing the game for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
And so, as proof of my, the D1 Alpha veteran status, I have my raid belt here today. This is my cringe moment where I will be proud.
It's nice to see one in person. I've only seen it on like screens and like screenshots.
Tell us a little bit about it. Like, how'd you get it? When'd you get it?
That is the King's Fall World's First belt. Me and my 5 friends, we had, I say used to have, but I think we probably still have it. World's First of Fun. Like whenever we were doing World's First races, it was supposed to be about having fun and showing off the new stuff. And for me, I always loved raiding just because like I'm a problem solver by heart. Like that's also why I love working here, because that's what I do is I just kind of solve problems that are really complicated. But it's really exhilarating. And now, is very fun being able to watch others suffer for 24 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it is exhausting. So if you are listening to this and you are raiding, or if you're planning on raiding for a long time, drink water, stretch,
bathroom break.
Don't die.
Bathroom
Please.
Thank you. Yeah.
Don't let that heart rate get too low.
I'm very much with Sam on this in terms of like the loving the problem solving and loving to get into that. I really fell in love with Destiny when I started raiding, and that was like my moment where I was like, I grew up playing puzzle games and mystery games, and like I love those types of games, and to find that in Destiny and to find that same sort of like problem solving, but to do it with a team and to do it with your friends.
I'm on the same page.
Yeah.
I'm totally on the same page. Like the number one story for me around that is definitely Deepstone. Deepstone, like
what a
I
beautiful
played
game.
all the way through
So
Deepstone
good.
with my clan, which was amazing.
When you look back at the history of Destiny, there's so many moments like that, and I'm kind of interested on, is there any characters or story moments that really stick out to you from our history?
I feel like that's Destiny at its best, is like when you are learning from it.
Yes.
Like at least for me, I feel like the journey of Eris. From like D1 and being like, who are you? What are you doing here?
This is weird,
like,
chick.
Yeah, it's like
What's coming up
super
her
creepy,
face?
right?
Let's go.
Yeah, but I think like seeing where she is now and then how she's like really helped everyone else. Like a lot of people, I'm a huge Zavala fan. I'm a Titan. It's just like in my blood. So like for me, like seeing Eris like help all of these different characters, seeing Zavala come from where he is, which a lot of people, again, I know some folks that don't really like him that much, but to me, he always just seemed like a really, father figure who's trying his best for everyone.
What's going on?
When Kay
The
died,
right
right?
video
I
is
think
not
like,
working.
people were like, what? Like Zavala, why aren't you
What
doing
is
that?
happening
X, Y,
today?
Z. And then we got to learn more about him. So for me, Zavala is like number one. That his whole character arc, and then Eris and like her character arc, you're all insufferable to then like teaching everybody how to deal with their demons.
Yeah.
I think
That's the
is
narrative
kinda
too,
crazy.
'cause-
Incredible.
Speaking to now and like through season 17, how Eris, she's like one of the epitomes of grief in her whole story, and how she evolved to something where she's like, I had to learn how to deal with grief on my own. And to see her evolve to a character that is like helping people go through their own grief. It's Bungie, what the heck? Like, how do you do
And
this?
how patient she was. Like the fact that like when Crow would stumble or Zavala would stumble, she'd be like, come, take a step back. Patience. Healing doesn't happen overnight. And
Exactly.
I think what we've seen in the last couple of seasons of the incredible narrative team and just diving deeper into all of the characters, I think that's one of my favorite things that we've seen from the kind of expansion from where we started to where we're at now, is just that deeper dive. And I know kind of where we're going with things, and just like the more that we're going to be able to dive into and hear characters' backstories and understand where they're coming from and what makes them I think to everyone's point, it just makes it more than just a shooter game. You have that additional aspect of these incredible stories that we all connect with in different ways. And it just makes it's the Bungie magic, it's the space magic, it's the thing that like...
Then you do a little emote jig at the end.
Yeah, exactly. And it all somehow, and it all makes sense.
It's called Glimmer Guns.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, how cool is it like that we're here now? And I'm kind of interested, like, knowing your long relationship with this game before you even worked here. And then that we're sitting on this couch, getting to nerd out and talk about the things that we love the most. How has that been making that transition? What was that inspiration that drove you to be like, you know what? I'm gonna put my application in. We'll see what happens.
Oh. This is my first gaming studio, for sure.
Yeah.
It's getting into Bungie is interesting because I always wanted to be in tech. That's really where I started. For Destiny specifically, I played it every day, but I never really thought of it as a place to work until Black at Bungie. And so I reached out to a bunch of people on LinkedIn and was asking a bunch of questions. I was like, hey, look. So it was really amazing to be able to like get into the industry and get into Bungie.
Destiny for me was, that was back when I was streaming for fun. It was just a hobby, but then it became just a lot more to me because it has all these things I love about games, because I love RPGs and I love, you know, like the game feel of a Bungie game, right? When like you shoot that gun for the first time and it just feels good, you know?
Space magic.
Space magic.
Space magic.
Like,
And I always play the wizard, so I played the warlock.
you know, because that's all I want to do. I just want to cast space magic in every game that I play. So to me, the game's a lot. Like, it's kind of just, it gave me a career. It gave me like guidance in life for finding a community that I really love. And now I'm absurdly thankful that I can be a part of the team and hopefully make the game better to hopefully have that kind of impact on somebody else.
I knew that I wanted to work in gaming. I actually got the opportunity not from the Bungie career website, but from a Twitter post from...
Tweet?
Yeah, a Twitter post. And I immediately sent a message and connected, and I was like, I want to talk about these marketing opportunities. And now I'm here.
Now you're here. You love to see it.
So, and it's even now, just the fact that I'm sitting here, I'm just like,
You shot your shot, dude.
oh
That's
my
what
gosh.
life's about.
Literally, I shot my
You
shot.
shot your
I'm like, this is what they mean, because you hear them throw that phrase around and you're just like, but what does it actually mean to shoot your shot? And it's like, no, it's like, you're not going to respond on Twitter. It's like, I'm going to find you in
Yeah.
other places.
Even if you
you're
have
gonna
those
give
moments
me
of
a
doubt.
chance.
Even if you have that moment of fear, because sometimes making a jump like that's scary.
That's scary.
If you're scared,
Absolutely.
do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. The leap into Bungie was really similar to Will's story. This is my first role in gaming. So it was this like huge leap to, I had been working in marketing for a long time, but really wanted to make the switch to something that I'm really passionate about and something that I love, because I think that's what makes work so magical, is when you get to work on something you really care about and you really, really love and you feel passionate about. So that for me was the kind of thing that pushed me towards shooting my shot and taking my shot a couple years ago and making the switch over to Bungie. And it's been incredible. There's moments like this where it feels very surreal,
Right.
where you're like, what is happening? This is very, very, just to have that, like, we all work at Bungie now. Like, we get to contribute to that thing that we all love so much, and that's incredible.
I'm sorry, but that's such a good point, because there's so many people that ask us like advice on how to get in, and I was rejected numerous times before finally getting that spot. And you know, I know it breaks my heart because so many other people are in that same position, and then they stop chasing that dream, because like, this isn't my first gaming job. I've been working in this industry for almost 20 years and as a journalist, and it was really scary to make that jump. I felt like it was right. I kept applying for narrative, and you know, granted, I sent them not appropriate fan fiction as record samples, so I get it. Like, no hard feelings. I get it. And they were like, you know, it was just, they were like, hey, we think you'd be a good fit for community. Like, let's put you through that interview process, and we did that, and it was scary at first, but the more I kept interviewing, I was like, wait, no, this was made for me. Like, this is what I was supposed to do. And it was funny because all of that trepidation that first week left, because I felt like it was family.
I'd like to think that Bungie gives space for that human condition, that human element. It's a place where I can feel like I can be myself. It's a place where I am being taken care of. And I'd like to think that, you know, we're not perfect and there's things we can improve upon, but we try to talk about those things.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. It was honestly so much fun just diving into your stories a little bit, not just like as devs and working on Bungie's side, but as players before that and the journey into that. I'm really also excited for the upcoming showcase. So I'm gonna need you all to meet me in the back. We're gonna do a blanket burrito and we're gonna hunker down with some popcorn, okay? Let's go.
Deal. Let's go.
So ready.
I'm excited.
Blanket burrito, yeah?
Yeah.
Blanket burrito.
All right.
Comfort. We're
Let's
about
do
comfort
it.
here at Bungie.
Hello, old friend.
What? They're like corrupted gold. No.
Are they using supers? That's what I want in Destiny. I want darkness.
I just got chills.
This is everything I've ever wanted out of the story.
Multiple G-Force.
Oh my god, I love it. Ooh. Damn. Bro, nasty, son. Your life is forfeit. No! Woo! The Leviathan is back. The scythe? A freaking scythe!
He has given himself over to the witness.
Yeah. That was hot.
Sir, are you okay? Oh, you look nasty.
What the frig? Is that the witness? Man, that's crazy!
Which one what is it, the Twitch one? What you doing? Okay. Yeah, what up?
Going on?
It is the day.
Welcome, Guardians. So awesome to be here with you again.
Last time we got up here, we got a chance to show you Savathun, the Witch Queen,
On the
and her
Destiny 2 channel?
majestic throne world.
Got it.
Since then, it's been a wild year for Destiny.
Why is it up?
You returned to the original loot cave to reclaim the fabled Gallarhorn.
Then, you exercised an ancient
Just see,
evil
stream will begin
from
soon.
a hive
That's what you guys
queen,
got?
so you could put it inside a grenade launcher.
And now, you've been spending the past few weeks
Okay, yeah, I see it.
cleansing
I
a
see it. Now
derelict
it's
Leviathan
refresh.
from its twisted nightmares.
In fact, the last year has been the best year we've ever had in the Destiny community. I hope you can feel it as well. And seeing this kind of reaction from our community, it's both humbling and inspiring.
Because our team here at Bungie, we're not just developers.
You're talking
we're
to the
also
devs, that's what y'all got
guardians.
said?
We're trying to build
Okay.
what we'd love to play in Destiny, and that's what brought each one of us here. Brought us not only to Bungie, but also brought all of us to this final showdown between light and darkness.
So, without further ado, this is the beginning of the end.
Uh-oh, let's get it.
This is Lightfall.
The beginning of the end.
The beginning of the end.
Oh, ooh. What's it, Cyberpunk? The new Cyberpunk drop? What is the new Cyberpunk?
They see this glorious end,
Callous.
It's Bane.
they will come for us. To savor the fruitless struggle to its last drop. It's who they are.
Sky backdrop looks cool as hell.
Let them come and see.
Callous is bathing.
He's always bathing.
The royal bats for the witness.
Our shape
Ooh.
reveal.
So good at this.
Do them.
Yo, this look mad cool, yo.
Unshackled from hope.
What?
No, there's that new.
Oh, there's the new joint, the new subclass.
Yes.
AKA Strand. Are we Spider-Man?
Where's Spider-Man? Oh, it's Sony now, so
Yeah, that's it. That's the influence.
that's how we got it.
See, we wouldn't have got that without Sony.
All right. Thank you, Sony.
Oh, yo, if you hunt, you see what the hunter doing on some Bolo? Lightfall, let's get it. That
2/28,
February.
23.
Oh, that's early.
I've seen that thing
That
100
is
times.
a
so every
lot
time I see
sooner
it, I
than I
still kind of get
expected.
goosebumps. Instantly, I had chills. It's all here. It's all happening now. Things are finally coming to a head. Thematically, we really have been honing in on that kind of bombastic, big set piece approach.
It's gonna be over-the-top action, adrenaline pumping, like the whole time.
This is really kicking off the conclusion to the Light and Dark saga, where we finally face down this foe that we've been anticipating facing for so long. It's pushing it to 11.
We've been hinting at this malicious force in the darkness that's been our enemy behind a lot of our conflicts. We revealed that enemy, we put a name on it, we put a face on it, and that enemy is the Witness.
Look at that.
Crazy. The Witness is coming with its newly empowered disciple, Callus.
Callus is really crash landing with a new and more powerful army than ever before. They've got new powers, they've got new armor, they've got tormentors to join their ranks that are going to be bigger and better.
Yo,
enemies
who
than
is
they've ever
dope?
faced. Callus is taking that army that he's bringing with him to be the harbinger of the
Turtles
Witness's doom.
The Ninja Turtles. I like the cyberpunk feel.
This
looks
is
good.
Such a pivotal
Looks fire.
moment for Destiny. Everyone is coming to have a last stand with Callus and the Witness to really avoid the next collapse, something that we've been trying to avoid ever since Destiny 1.
I don't know where this locale is at. What city?
I was gonna say, is it on? It's not on the
Where is
Leviathan.
this at?
We see in the trailer that we're
Neptune.
headed to Neptune.
Neptune.
On Neptune, there's been this hidden city called Neomuna, where an alternate version of humanity has been blooming since the collapse.
Neomuna is the capital city of Neptune. It's
Neptune.
a giant
You just
metropolis
made
that
fire.
we were completely unaware existed until now. What's interesting and exciting to me about this place is that it's pristine, it's new. It's not like a lot of the places that we've explored previously in Destiny. Exploring that space is very, very cool.
There's so much new stuff to discover in Neomuna and in Neptune. And also I saw some new characters there. I'm really excited to get to know Cloud Striders and
What?
their story.
Cloud Striders. Who the hell is this?
Cloud Striders can be compared to
they're
Guardians. They're
nothing.
both protectors of a civilization that's potentially under threat. But Guardians were chosen. It's their duty
They
to
look fire.
protect humanity.
Yeah, they're
Cloud
pretty-
Striders have chosen to protect
fine.
their people.
There's
There's
caps.
like an awesome opportunity for the Guardians to learn from the Cloud Striders and their way of living and their philosophy of life.
So we've got the newness of that city, the newness of the Cloud Striders that we've never been aware of.
And then, of course, you get a glimpse of this green.
Let's get it.
energy.
Spidey.
I wonder what that
That's
is.
Sony money kicking in.
Strand is the
It's about time.
new darkness power
Let's
that
go.
we should ever hear.
Don't you end this
Something
season
that's
early?
unique about Strand, unlike any of these other powers we've ever had before. When you play through Lightfall,
Strand.
you are discovering this power for the first time. No one in the universe ever in the history of Destiny has used Strand before.
This is the Guardian discovering darkness on their
Isn't
own.
that kind of thing
and
with
learning
everything
how
now?
to shape
Like-
it and manipulate
Well,
it
the other
and
one was
use
given to
against
us, right?
Callus and his forces, and have fun
This is us
in
doing
the
it.
new
Oh,
urban
ourselves
Trying to be
environment.
spotted. That's it. We're going to be doing this during the city.
Have to prepare
That's all I'm
yourself
doing
for
the
a
entire
wild
time.
ride.
I'm playing this
We
game.
just got a glimpse of our new destination, Neomuna, our new foe, Callus, and the
Yeah, they
Shadow
definitely looking like Ninja's
paired
Blade.
with the Witness, and a very brief glimpse at Strand, but that's just barely scratching the surface of what this release has to offer.
Right, like what we've just seen in that trailer is just the tip of the iceberg, and we've got a whole lot more we're excited to show you coming up.
Last year, we wanted to return to our studio's roots in creating some of the best shooter campaigns in the industry.
That's been our legacy since Halo.
Talk to him.
And we tried to push that front and center in The Witch Queen.
And it's about
It was a
more
good
than just guns,
campaign.
but creating
Best
an
campaign they've
adventure
ever
handcrafted
done.
Absolutely.
By
and
far.
full of surprises. Then we added the legendary campaign option.
Oh, yes.
Because great combat needs to challenge you,
Yep.
to test your thumb skill, your tactics, and your build crafting.
And we heard
Good.
loud and clear that you want more of that.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
Good.
2 out of every 3 players that completed the Witch Queen campaign
Kinda looks
did
like-
it as legendary.
You tested yourself against the Witch Queen and her Lucent Hive, and
Even
rose
Grace
to
beat
that
the game on
challenge.
Legendary.
And then
Right.
you let us know it was one of the best
What's that
shooter
supposed to mean?
experiences that we've ever made.
No, I'm just saying a lot
So
of
with
people did it.
Lightfall, we want to push that even further.
Uh-oh.
We want to give you the best Bungie action experience that we can
we
create
doing?
with the brand new Lightfall campaign.
Let's go. We get a little preview.
Lightfall is going to change the way that our players move, fight, and explore everywhere in Destiny.
Neptune is this fantastic destination. The capital city of Neomuna is a really fun place to explore, and it's this bright neon metropolis. There's a harbor, office buildings, an arcade.
This is a city that we've made, and using Strand to traverse through it and explore it, it's going to be so exciting.
Spider-Man is good. It's so Spider-Man.
You're going to be able to explore
Never using a
and get to
sparrow
places
again.
that you couldn't before.
Look at that up there. I wonder if I can grapple to there. I'm going to be a kid in a candy store.
That's crazy. They putting that level of mobility mechanics in it, though.
Collapsed. It is a city that has lived through the collapse.
Neptune now has to deal with the cloak being pulled back and then being revealed to the world and are now central of the conflict.
Callus has taken his capital ship and just like planted it right down in part of the city, and it's Cabal-occupied territory. It's a city under siege. You've got this infiltrator vibe at times where you feel like a tactical team going into a skyscraper. You're dealing with Cabal roadblocks and patrols all throughout the city. The Shadow Legion, they provide that like characteristic Cabal brute strength. They're all about like volatility and power, and they've been enhanced now by pyramid technology. They have these suppression devices that can take away some of your super, or take away some of your abilities, and then they fight alongside these terrifying pyramid units called Tormentors.
That's what I want to know. What's going on?
Yeah.
As
It's
part of
new,
his
right?
discipleship
This
to
is
the
like
Witness,
new.
Callus has been upgraded. And so the Tormentors that they've brought in are these impossibly huge, unstoppable behemoths. They wield
They kick
scythes,
you?
they can attack from a distance, they can bring you in close, they can drain your very life force from you. They are basically embodiments of terror.
Basic things give us fear, like the hive, Lucid
Your
Hive.
stomach drops. You're like,
That's
okay,
what Destiny
I'm playing
needs.
through, I'm having fun, I'm popping heads, doing this thing, and then boom, there it is.
We've got all the new stuff going into the game. Strand, Tormentors, Shadow Legion, a cool new environment. These are all a great setting for a new Legendary campaign, and we're still making sure that we go through and we tweak and tune and we balance the encounters to have that right challenging level of difficulty for players.
The Legendary campaign was a huge hit coming out of the Witch Queen. It was the first time we had done that sort of elected difficulty where you could really test your skill and test your power. And so we're going to bring that back for Lightfall.
Of course, you're still going to have that higher reward tier, and we still want to make sure that you get that inside track towards being raid ready.
Everyone back in the
Yo, that's
studio
crazy.
is so hard
Strand,
work
bro.
on Lightfall, putting in the details and making this whole release come alive and continue to surprise and delight players. I am so excited to get this out.
Lightfall is unlike anything players have seen before in Destiny, and it's another step that sends you hurtling to the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga.
Hunters look cool.
Yeah, Hunter look serious. Oh, well, okay. All right. Yeah.
Something's gonna be so broken.
Come on.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm super excited.
PvP is gonna be
dive into
wild.
Strand and talk
Oh,
about
no.
all the new stuff. that we
Disable
just
it.
saw.
Strand, like Stasis, is a power from the darkness. Unlike our light abilities, which are all about creation, darkness is more about consciousness.
Strand is psychic energy.
It's those-
that
it's
forms
the
this
same
extra
power from those
dimension, sort of
vines.
matrix that connects everything together.
Remember, B?
Connects all living
Mhm.
beings and all minds. And you, the Guardian, are sort of gaining the knowledge and gaining the power to peer into this alternate psychic universe and begin to pull at these threads and tug at these wires that are connecting all these living beings.
When Guardians learn how to use Strand, it's almost like this third eye opens up. It's about peeling back the curtain of reality, taking those connections and then weaving them
I
into
like
new
that with the
objects.
Titan. That's fire.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool to see them come
Yo,
together.
that's
It's
fire
always
with the
been
rope.
there, and now that we can tap into it,
Kunai
we
of
can
chain.
use it for our benefit, whether it's through movement or through damage.
Strand has incredible since you're seeing
Anywhere
into
or
this
just
cosmic web, you are able to grapple at any
That's
point because the cosmic web.
Oh.
Even if there's not an
We
object
need that
there,
for
it will
jumping
hook on
puzzles.
to
That'll be
that
great.
web
That's,
and
I'm
pull you
telling you, that's
It's just
Sony money.
get to the next level.
That's
Let's
Sony
go.
money.
The Destiny
Told y'all.
It's about time.
Grappling hook initially started as part of the Hunter's Kit.
This is great for warlocks in the
fluid
floof.
movement, rapidly traversing
I'm gonna be a
space,
Strand warlock.
But as we were
Or
building,
all
it's
jumping
like, oh,
puzzles.
man, it
Strand is
feels
the
like
teacher.
it's too much fun
Strand
to just keep it to one class, right? So we made the call to expand the super cool new ability across all 3 classes.
Let's go.
On the design side, we wanted to come up with how each of the classes interpreted this additional psychic dimension, like in their own way, right? So the Warlock, they're the telekinetic master of Strand. So they're going to be able to telepathically reach into the Strand dimension, pull matter out, and weave it into this big barrage of these Strand missiles.
You got Strand Blade Barrage.
And these missiles are actually going to unravel, sort of reweave themselves into a new form.
With the Titan, you're able to weave
cute.
these claws
That's
and do
fire.
really
I'm jealous of them
damage around
claws.
you, spinning and slashing.
Yeah, me too.
Them claws is fire for the
Yeah,
Titan.
but look at this. Look at this. Come on.
Ooh, oh, not that bad. That's woo. That's
Titans,
ninja.
you can have that. Titans, you can have it.
That's ninja action right there. Yeah. Never mind. Titans
First
fire,
time I
but
saw
Hunters is
that,
number 1.
Even in its kind of like rough state, it just
Hunter,
blew my
Titan,
mind.
and Warlock.
We've learned a lot from reading our other subclasses, and we've taken those learnings about combat, about movement, about build crafting. We've put that all into Strand, and I'm so excited to see where players take it once it's out there in the wild.
Excited to say you guys nerfed it once you put it in the wild.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be OP as hell, and then we're going to get nerfed the next season.
So use it up. Enjoy it.
Yeah, use it at the Lightfall. Get your rocks off. It will be nerfed after.
Destiny is a game that gets even
those
better
aspects.
when you play with your friends. We want to create communities that are welcoming,
Blackbird,
inclusive,
crew.
and they'll let you bring your old friends and make new ones. And since
What?
last
What
year,
we doing?
over 5 million new Guardians
5 million.
have joined our ranks.
We believe that there are still millions more of your friends that would love to play
What we
Destiny
doing?
with you. And the things that you want to see us improve in Destiny
Yes.
are also exactly what's going to make
On
it
the deck.
easier to
We
convince
doing
your
content
friends
vote?
to
What
come
we
and check
doing?
out the game.
It should be easier to create custom, incredible builds.
Mm-hmm.
Easier to find people to play with. Easier to
They're
swap from
revamping
being
their
that
app.
boss melting,
What are they
storm
doing?
chaser wielding,
Yeah, I've seen
falling
something like
star
that, social.
juggernaut, right into that ultimate yeehawing, dead man's tail shooting, Titan's rampart crutching sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
that's
if
my
none of what
favorite
Joe
shield.
just said makes sense to you, we want to fix that too. Because it's not about removing the depth that makes Destiny so great. It's instead about allowing everyone to dive deeper with ease.
What are y'all doing? I'm gonna go to all the old jumping puzzles with Strand.
The changes we're making to make Destiny easier
I don't
to
want to hear any
commit
man. I
changes
can't.
to how you build your characters,
Mhm.
changes to
Oh,
how
multiple
you see
loadouts.
what there is to do and what there is to accomplish.
Yay.
And in the year ahead, we're actually making it easier to form groups in Destiny so you can go and do some of the greatest content that Destiny has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
All the teams are working together.
That you're
to
gonna just vault
build
away
this
in a year.
experience, and so it's just really
I
exciting.
know, I'm
I
like,
keep on hearing from players like, hey, unless I have a friend to play with, I don't know what to do.
yes.
And so what we're trying to give them is like, hey, here's a path to follow.
It's a little late.
Guardian
but yeah.
ranks are this,
Guardian
like,
ranks.
basically like a knowledge ladder. We actually progressed you through 11 ranks, and it's really like heavily focusing on like exposing players to all the systems of Destiny.
Oh
At
yeah,
some point, the story
DJ.
about you
Don't
as
we
a
know someone
Guardian
that does this very well?
involves other Guardians and what they
I don't
think
know.
about
Don't
you.
know anyone.
That is just a whole new dimension of your journey through Destiny that we've never really explored before. When you show up in the tower and you see that person who's at one of the highest ranks, you're going to know that you're looking at a player who's actually really demonstrated mastery of many of the different activities in
Show
Destiny.
offs.
Not just from our perspective, but from the perspective of other players. Some of the higher Guardian ranks will actually be asking for you to step up, to actually rise to the occasion and prove to other
Come at me,
Guardians
Ducky.
that you are a strong player and
Get
a
your
strong leader.
DPS up.
Back where you
A
at?
lot of people have groups that they already play with, but this will really provide people the opportunity to be recognized for helping other people learn the game, but also provide more people to play with
In-game
on a regular
sharpening.
basis.
In the
This
year
is
of
interesting.
Festival,
Yeah,
we're
this is
going
gonna
to
be
actually
cute.
be investing in building a looking for group system
Oh,
in
team find,
Destiny
team find
itself.
out.
You'll be able to look for other players. You'll be able to find groups that are looking for players.
So they put it in
excited
game
about being able to form groups
Rather
in
than
the
just
next
being on the
coming
app.
year because
Yeah, or being
it can be
on
really
Discord.
hard to get through some of the hard
about
content
time.
solo
About
and
time.
making it so much easier to
Because
find
a
people
few
to
years
play
late,
with.
but-
It's just going to make getting into
I'm curious if they're going to
content
reward
so
Shepherds
much
for actually
easier.
doing it.
Yeah, they have to because
We might get an email.
because I hope it ain't a guided game situation. Remember they tried that in D2 and then that ain't do nothing.
Or they can say,
But this
these
was like a
players
serious
who
attempt.
are new to the activity, I want to take them for that first raid because
friend
that'll
games
be a
and games,
great
so.
experience for them.
Yeah, but you better friend game my
Really
paycheck
gonna
and my
help players come
exotics.
together and
I
understand
ain't doing that
each
for
other
free.
better when they've never met before. It's going to
Well, you kindergartens, I need a check.
And I think that it's going to really make Destiny players feel like they're on one team.
Oh wow!
So commendations is a feature that you'll experience towards the end of an activity. So you end the activity now, and you get to see the screen that has all the people you played with.
Yep, and I want to see the DPS so I can laugh.
Guardians and choose what experience you had. With
Full
them.
results,
Whoa.
right? Solid full results is
They're
up
fun to
there.
play with.
Yep.
There's no better way to actually show how good a person is as a
Mm.
teammate.
Okay, this is what needed to be
Other
done.
players say this person's a
Fun.
great teammate.
Oh, you could comment. I could be like, oh, he's
It's really a
DJ's
system that's
toxic. This one's
designed
toxic.
Let players show appreciation for each other.
Also using
DJ
the
don't like
commendation
new
system,
players.
people are going to
Yep.
be able to say like, hey, this
Not
person
good at
as
D
a good
stuff.
leader and
Oh my
looking at
goodness,
the
this is
Guardian
the
rank
worst.
system, they have a lot of experience.
DJ can't read
It's gonna be,
symbols.
that's
That's on a
the
piece of
person
paper.
going to
Read
help me
symbols.
get through this hard content that I've been struggling with.
Social
Bloody
games
chicken
like Destiny
fingers.
give you an opportunity to like really connect with other people and do things together and get to know each other.
This is a
And
good thing.
with
That's a good
system like
feature.
that,
This is gonna help.
Good.
Make
Really
it
do
so
like
that more people can get
That way I can be as
experience
toxic as I
started
want and I get
than
rewarded
ever
for it.
before.
Oh my.
Both the loadout screen and the mod manager.
In-game
are
load. Oh,
completely
they
new
gonna
features.
put. They try to put Dim out of business.
Build construction Destiny a
Nah,
lot easier.
We all love our
step it
fashion
up.
game.
We
Fashion game.
game's amazing. And so we're going to take what we did for the fashion game
doing?
and we're bringing it to the buildcraft
Let's go.
game. There's going to be one screen where you can go to and do your entire loadout for
This is
your
super
character.
time.
It's going to be
Yes.
amazing.
So you'll be able to save the build that you've put together as a loadout and then switch between those things as you're going from activity to activity.
Let's go. Yeah, like yo, this is my GM build. This the rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love builds and mods, so-
With
No,
Guardian
you
ranks,
don't.
we're giving players
Oh, that's
even
right.
new
Sorry.
aspirations.
big you
It
don't
isn't
put
going
one
to be
on.
just about power level. It won't
Nobody
just be
needs
about
anti-barrier,
gear. It's
okay?
also going to be about that Guardian rank. It's going to be about
Take a
those
sword to someone's
combinations.
head. They can't
All the
put
ways
up a
that we're
barrier if they
bringing
dead.
players together.
Exact. Thank you.
But it does help. It does help, DJ.
Nah.
So today, we're also launching a brand new season of Destiny
Yeah,
2.
what's going on now?
And as we've evolved our seasons over the years,
In-game
we've learned a lot.
loadouts.
And I think we've been able to deliver some amazing
Is that
character
Slow-Mo
moments
talking with
and
his
Yeah.
dead
events
game in
for the
this?
community.
Is
We're
your game
long
still
past
alive?
The era of
They
content
dropped
drops.
something.
Instead, there are exciting story and events happening in Destiny almost every week, year-round. And we're not
I love
slowing
that
down.
Destiny gives Slow-Mo
Each
a
season,
chance to
we
see
wanna
what
keep
new
raising
content
the
look
bar
like.
for narrative experiences in any live
I'm
game.
being
We
messy.
want to keep pushing to create unexpected
Love you, Slow.
adventures that'll make every season of Destiny unique. And we want to keep listening and learning from you, the Destiny community, so that we can create the strongest seasons of any live service.
Because the
Of
witness is coming. And if we want to survive, we need a crew.
Division
We
2
need to
way
enrich our
better.
defenses.
Not what the player count
We're
say.
feeling surly and maybe even loot our enemies.
We may even need to find a captain
Well, the
to
player
join
count
us on
down
our
lately?
next adventure
Mm.
in the season of Plunder.
Season of Plunder.
Yeah, those leaks are right. I was reading it. It said season Plunder.
Erebus.
The old crew's now rally under her command.
Oh my god, just bringing the same chick back.
He knew she was coming back.
Yeah. They're all coming back.
Pirates. The
Oh.
Vanguard should be rallied to deal with
Mithrax. Is this Spider?
I'm drinking there, that's for sure.
Oh, they gonna bring the club back? Remember the club?
Go show those pirates.
Oh, we see a thieves?
Friends now.
Okay,
I'm
now
telling
this
you.
is different.
Oh,
This is
nah,
different.
I'm the captain now.
Ah, they see a thieves and now they interested.
No,
Yes!
I
I
just,
love it!
I'm interested in the mode.
Woo! Oh. Arc 3.0, baby. Let's get it.
Is that starting today?
Yeah, that's today. That's today.
Today.
Oh, what the exotic is that?
We're doing some ships. I love it.
Oh. Mm.
Ew.
Drift is back. Oh, that was hard.
Well, I think this is Gambit 2.0.
That was
It is.
hard.
That's definitely what it is.
This is Arc 3.0.
No, I said
Gambit
once if
2.0.
this is Gambit 2.0. The ship stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Landing treasure, sea of stars await. Wait, we using the ships? Oh, we using the ships?
Sorry, getting a little swept up in all this adventuring.
Ah!
This look fire. I am not going for it. Got the sweat
December
plate.
6th though, so we're gonna get another December because February,
December,
right?
August, this is December. Okay. Okay. Let's get it.
What are you most excited about for Season of Plunder?
Oh,
Friends
stop,
are rare.
Slow-Mo. Y'all barely on life support. You don't get out of here.
This season we said, what if we just go to the stars and dig up buried treasure?
We are unearthing a lot of mysteries and secrets. We're swashbuckling onto enemy spaceships.
The live service king is back.
About some of our favorite characters.
We're gonna have an adventure this season.
Who would do that?
Season of Plunder kicks off with Aramis being freed from her icy prison. She's collected old, fallen crews of pirates and rogue cabal together in order to hunt
They
down
did that with
mysterious
that.
You gotta board the ships.
Pirates.
So Guardians are tasked with stopping Aramis from collecting
They
these
can pick
relics.
up from
And in
Rare.
order to do that, you have to create your own crew of shady dealers and backroom brokers.
Drifter, Mithrax, Ido, and
We
Spider
really doing
are going to be helping you.
I know.
I love it. Yo, it's C&D's and Destiny. Let's get it.
Season of Plunder. What you're going to be doing is forming a pirate crew of your own. You're going to fill it with different crew members that you can recruit over the course of the season.
I hope I can play
Drifter
like
is going to toss
songs
you the
and-
keys to your personal catch. Then you're just going to set out into the stars and do cool pirate stuff.
So excited.
This is hilarious to me.
This season, we have multiple brand new activities coming that will really give you a sense of being on a pirate adventure. One of the mainstays of this season is a new 6-player offensive called Catch Crash.
When I saw the concept for the catch with the big
Attic,
main
you're in
sales
charge of
on, I just
sales.
said, oh my god, this is gonna be a fun season.
Get Jack Sparrow remotes.
Just like seeing Catch Crash through the different iterations, like fighting on the deck of the ship.
You get to become your own
Yeah, where did they get that
ammunition
idea?
And launch yourself
Totally original.
from a cannon to the other ship, and you are the weapon.
New
so
concept. We've never seen this
you're
before.
Gonna go mess them up.
See your friends.
See your friend, baby.
The second big activity we have coming this season is called Expedition.
What's this?
You're going to be guiding a massive drill that's looking for this buried, hidden pirate treasure, and you're going to have to be fending off of all these pirate crews trying to protect their ports.
Oh, now you capping for Warframe. Which game
And
is
then
it
our
you try to
final
compete
new
with us
activity coming
with?
this
You got
season
like
is what we're
5
calling
games,
pirate
Slow-Mo.
hideouts.
We have so many like different little maps
all
that
of
you
them.
can piece together fragments.
Oh, you gotta
of this
combine them
season,
to
and that
compete. I
leads
got you. I
to
got you.
the lair of the pirate lord, right? Their hideout.
These are their caves where they're hoarding all of their amazing treasures and their mysterious relics.
These relics are mysterious objects of dark power, and they're all over the system. We don't know exactly what it is they
Well, we
do
don't
yet,
know.
but
She's
if Aramis
changed her
is trying
ways.
to collect them, it's nothing good.
Come here.
Taking the opportunity to line the Arc 3.0
Let's get it.
update with the fall, and it just ended up working out perfectly because you got all the simple
Here's
arc
what I'm
weaponry
interested in.
and the arc shielded captains. It
I actually like
feels
Arc.
right with that release,
Yeah.
almost like we planned it.
Arc is a damage type that's about proximity, right? It's about going fast up into your enemy spaces and like
Shoulder
burning
charge.
them.
Mm.
It's
Hold W?
the damage type for people that want to hold W. You don't
talking
want
to
to
you, Adam.
retreat.
Unbridled aggression to the max.
Hunter is really about close range action, being fluid and dynamic and agile, evasive. So we're going to give Arc Hunter a new super. We call it Gathering
What they
Storm,
got?
where you summon your Arc Staff, like twirl it above your head, and then launch it out, and then it will embed into the ground or into like bosses or mini bosses or champions and jolt them. Like a big lightning strike will strike the staff and overcharge it. And while that staff is overcharged, it'll start Tesla coiling little lightning bolts out at nearby enemies. Warlock is kind of this elemental conduit. You are a class that will turn yourself into lightning. You will create things out of lightning. Previously, we had this exotic armor piece called Getaway Artist, where you consume your grenade and it'll make a what we call a
Little shorty,
armor
my
soul that
stitches, my
fires
stitches.
faster,
Yeah, continue.
and does more damage per soul.
Your snitches.
So we
It is
decided to roll
ridiculous.
that into base Arc Soul behavior. Anytime you are amplified, any Arc Soul you have from any source will become the
So I guess I'm
supercharged
playing
version
like Destiny today,
that will
huh?
fire off just rapid fire bolts.
Yeah. So basically, it's Getaway Artist. For free.
Titan's about being this unstoppable freight train. It's about this constant movement. So we gave Titans a new movement option.
He getting all his I agree, Senpai. He is.
Environment of air dodges.
He getting all of them to fight us. Go get your brothers.
Oh, here we
It's all
go.
in first person. It's all very
I
much
agree,
in the
Senpai.
heat of the moment. You see it happen. Its whole property is like rush down or get away. It's a movement tool to the max. There's going to be this new melee ability called Thunderclap, which is like an amazing thing where he like charges.
Yeah, I don't like this right here. This is too dominant right here.
This seems bad for a lot of things, yeah.
This is too dominant for Titans. I don't like this right here. Nah, son, they got too much power.
Let's make it easier for him.
I believe in PvP, a full charge.
That look dope.
It is. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a little skillful to like.
How they got that hit? Nah, son, I'm jelly. I ain't feeling
The
that.
whole through line with Arc is like, it really isn't that complicated. It's move fast, hit hard, and stay alive.
Sure, the Titan doing the most.
What I'm most excited about in the season of Plunder is that this is really a season that has a sense of adventure. You're exploring the system.
Yeah, the Sea of Thieves. I mean,
the
the original Destiny music. Yeah, it's
you're
good.
seeing the world evolve in a way we haven't done before.
I love that with the activities in the season, like we just leaned really hard into the pirate fantasy.
That's the Grasp of Erebus music.
It's what they did. They
Yeah.
people loved it.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good
Going
dungeon.
after the pirate leaders in their caves.
The interesting thing about Destiny is we're not just a fantasy game or a sci-fi
Mm.
game. We're kind of a blend of both.
Doing everything.
We take inspiration when we say pirates. It's old world pirates that you would see
Oh,
traditionally
blunderbuss!
back in
Oh, they
17,
definitely
1800s.
still
We have like a
CPs.
flintlock pistol. We have an exotic fusion rifle that plays
love it.
different than fusion rifles you've ever seen before.
Ooh.
It's just like end to end.
It's really like a hammerhead
Spirit of, like,
shotgun.
the pirate adventure, and let's also make it so that new players coming in can actually jump in and get started. The gift of the Thunder Gods.
Gift of the Thunder
is
Gods.
starter
It's
kit.
Libusha
It's
power
got
level.
armor, it's a Thunderlord exotic weapon.
So jump
I'm the
in,
captain.
join your
On
friends,
day one.
set sail, become the captain, and build your crew today. And
Yeah, today. Get your crew.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that was happening.
Assemble your crew. Oh, Kingsfall! Let's go! Let's go! Let's
out.
get
See ya.
it. Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Kingsfall is back.
Guess who's happy?
Ooh, I told you.
I was so ready to be
Let's
disappointed.
go. Sabathon said it. Two truths, two lies.
Oh, you don't have
Oh, the God is back.
that
The
jumping.
God is back.
that. Oh no. Oh, look at that wall. I love that wall. Oh, cheaters!
Woo! Let's get it. The Peter, the phallic wall. Oh, you can use faces. Yes. I forgot.
No, take that away.
No, yes, leave it. That's for me. The
King is back.
King is back.
Oh, look
This is
at
when it
him.
was over for all
He's
live
so
service came.
happy.
When that
Let's
take.
go.
This is when the division officially died.
This is when they was
Oh,
about.
I'm buying that. I'm buying two.
That's when you was taken out of the live service competition. Oryx is
Oh, hold on,
back.
I want to hear what it says.
To Destiny.
Yeah, actually, Kingsfall was the first thing I got to work on at Bungie.
Woo!
And I'm thrilled that a whole new
Crowning
iteration
achievement.
of Guardians will get to experience this refreshed and reloaded showdown with the Taken.
So, we've shown you Lightfall. Let's
get it.
We've shown you the new damage type, Strand. We've shown you some of the deeper changes to the game that we're going to be making throughout the next year. But we have one more thing that we are excited to announce today.
Destiny is coming to the Epic Games.
Oh!
Epic has
What?
been
Oh,
an absolute
Bungie getting
fabulous
mad
partner to
bags.
work with.
They bad gamers. Ew.
love Destiny. And we are just
Johnny
huge
say this
fans
was
of what
okay?
they've been doing.
Bill,
on social
I gotta call
media
Bill.
space.
Bill.
When we first started
Oh,
working
Bill,
with
yeah.
Epic,
Bill made this
we sat
happen. Shout out to
down
Bill
and
Stillwell.
talked about the
Just got over the
impact
Epic.
their games
Destiny
had on
fan.
us. And they had a bunch of the same stories for us.
They shared stories
Fall
about
Guys
playing the
crossover.
Vault of Glass and how much they enjoy the social experiences in Destiny.
Bill over there doing
And
the
I got to
Lord's
talk about
work
the
at
summer
Epic
of
Games.
Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 5, when my whole family was laser focused, taking turns in the island to unlock Drift.
In addition to launching all of Destiny 2 on
Yep,
the
the
Epic Games
Fortnite-
Store today,
Fortnite update.
for the next week, if you download the
Oh,
game
that
on
makes
Epic
Oh, yeah, you know the
Games, we will
Fortnite
give
content
you
coming.
the
It's
30th
over.
anniversary
That makes
for free.
sense.
For free?
If you haven't earned your Galahorn yet, or you haven't
Oh,
played
that
the
means Fall
Grass
Guys is getting it
Dungeon,
too.
come
Yes.
to the Epic Games Store
Yes.
and you can jump in for free.
Can I get that
We want
Steam
to
Deck
welcome
though?
all these new
get that Steam
Guardians
Deck?
with a celebration. One that stretches a little further than the last city.
What we doing? What
Yes!
we doing now?
Oh, I'm so. Oh my God.
What we doing now? Oh, it's Fortnite. Let's go, Fortnite. Oh, DJ, you good? Are you good though? You so excited right now? Oh, you didn't get it. It's over. We are literally the zeitgeist of the culture. We are the culture. Destiny is the culture.
These are the hey, Fortnite. Hey, slow mo. How does it feel? The three on top.
This is the culture. We're Fortnite. We're Fortnite. Everything that's popping, you cannot escape Destiny. That's how it is. Bend the knee. You cannot escape it.
How does it feel? Hey, slow mo. How does it feel that the vision ain't in this in this montage?
Send me the knees now.
A few years
And
ago,
then we got Cyberpunk
Hold on.
next year.
The Light and
Lightfall.
Darkness
Let's
saga.
go.
This
Woo!
journey,
Oh, you gonna get
years
them?
in the
I know you gonna get them
is
Fortnite
coming
skins.
to an end. Since we started charting our own
Bungie
course,
knife.
we've been building this story. Across 5 years of expansions, since the first pyramid ship emerged from Shadowkeep, and we first spoke to the darkness.
Goat still doing what the goat
Across
do.
Beyond Light, the Witch Queen, and coming up in Lightfall in the final shape.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
building towards a climactic collision between the powers of
See
light
this
and
shirt
dark.
right here.
We've
See?
also been working on the
These are
Destiny
them
engine
dudes.
behind the scenes, preparing our
I'm messing with
technology
it.
and our game to last for many,
No,
many
Fortnite
years
need
to
us, sir. They gave us
Because
a bag,
Destiny
sir.
2 is not going anywhere, and neither are your expansions.
Oh.
We want this
What happened,
story,
Fraser?
since we first communed with the darkness on the moon, to be fully played,
Oh!
start to
Fully,
finish.
Maddie.
And we're happy to announce
Destiny content vote?
we are not
No
planning
more.
to
Oh,
sunset
let's go,
any
Maddie. I get
more
Mr. Maddie plays.
expansions.
Let's go.
We want the Destiny universe to grow.
No more expansion
and we're
sunsetting.
going to continue to do everything that we can behind the scenes.
Get rid of the last gen, and then that's how you do it.
Distant
within our
future.
game engine.
But enough about the distant future. Let's talk about today. The best day all year to jump
What?
into Destiny.
We're doing.
Yeah.
I just paid
Because
so
if you're looking
many.
to catch up right now.
I want my refund.
All expansions are free to play for this entire week.
Oh, it's for the week,
Every
though.
platform,
It's just for the week.
Right now,
Charges next week.
Season of Plunder is live, and the Helm's got a set of
Gift of the
supercharged
Thunder
guard
Gods.
gear
Get your knees
for
in there.
anyone looking to catch up on the fun.
That's right.
Destiny is live on the Epic Games
Woo!
Store. You can download it for
Epic.
free, and you can get the 30th anniversary pack as your welcome gift.
And if you liked what you saw with the future, right now, pre-orders for
edition.
Lightfall are live on all platforms.
Woo!
And anyone who purchases the
Oh, I
annual
need
pass
that.
gets the exotic auto rifle Quicksilver Storm,
Quicksilver Storm.
today.
Today is a perfect day to play
Oh, this was my thing.
So we'll
This is
see
the
you in
greatest
game.
stream they had in a long time.
Oh,
And they've had great streams.
my palpitations.
Wow. You
Yeah,
got your
actually, to
Fall
be honest
Guys.
with you, their big streams, they rarely drop the ball.
They
on
really
any
dropped
of
the ball.
those.
Yeah.
But this one,
They've knocked it out of the park on every level.
everywhere.
Strand look fire. Lightfall look fire.
Fall Guys was.
Fall Guys, you got Fortnite, King's Fall, 3.0, pirate ships, Sea of Thieves.
Epic
What
Store.
are they not doing? Epic Store. It's crazy. It's crazy right now. It's crazy.
See, slow mo. This is why we have to go back to this piece of shit game because they always be delivering.
Man.
It's correct. Oh, is that Kate? Oh, that was what you call it, the stranger.
Look, it's my buddy Oryx.
Let's get it.
Come on, tell me.
You know what's crazy?
And
They're
a new NPC too.
they're literally going from Dragon Ball Z to Destiny on Fortnite. Like it's just
insane.
there's not a more influential game in existence. There just isn't. Like
It isn't. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy how much bags Destiny got from every platform.
They're so
PlayStation,
smart.
Stadia.
and they're probably going to
Epic.
make more money off their skins on Destiny than they've made on
insane,
Fortnite
man.
than they've made on Destiny.
Oh,
Insane.
my goodness.
Wow. Fantastic stream.
Oh,
Fantastic stream.
so happy.
Woo!
Oh.
Yeah, there you have it. There you have it.
Hey, Wilhelm's here.
Wilhelm's been here this whole time.
He's been this whole time. He's been quiet.
He didn't say a damn word to
He
me.
didn't say a word. Scream. Scream, not screaming.
He's like, I've been muted this whole time.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Scream, what up? Get your mic out. I want to know your feelings. Was he here? He probably stepped away. So
People were asking earlier if we're going to react to the
to what?
the Jeff Keighley thing. Apparently, they're supposed to announce stuff there.
When Keeg's dropping?
It's later on today.
Depends what time. My schedule's
I
crazy.
think it's like 6 p.m.
6 p.m. That's a possibility. Yeah.
Let me see. What time is it,
22
chat?
minutes till the store opens.
What time is that start, chat? Put it in.
Oh, he's reconnecting. I see he's trying to connect his audio. I see what's going on. Down here, scream. Yeah, he's jumping in with a second. Well, while we wait for screen, DJ, how are we feeling, sir?
It was the worst one so far. I'm not excited about anything. It's all amazing. They killed it. I'm hyped for this season, and last season wasn't a thing for me. So this is looking good, and the expansion's in February. So also they put it till December. Yeah. So that means we're gonna get another season after that.
I think the season is going. Yeah, that's a good question because the season of the Plunder ends in December, right?
Right, and then we get till
from
February
December to February, is there a new season? That's a good question.
I bet you it's something similar to the 30th anniversary thing. Something
Which would
similar
be cool
to that.
because if they put something out like that, I'm happy. So.
You guys hear me?
Now we get you screen. What up, baby?
Well, where you
What's
at?
going on? What you feeling? That's the energy. What's the temperature?
I think it's going to be a good season. It's going to be a long season, but it's going to be a good one. And
is there a new season?
Yeah.
There's
a lot in there. I mean,
what excites you, man?
Everything looks really cool. The subclass, that subclass is going to be so broken.
Yeah, like they do. Yo, bro, you could
just hand me OOB glitches. Just hand them to me.
Oh my lord,
it's gonna be so easy.
I'm subscribing right now.
Even novices will be able to get out of bounds with that.
Oh, D Flawless is up in the building. I missed it. Okay. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh no, and I think I think it's just gonna be really, really cool. I think King's Fall is I think probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But everybody knew that. Yeah. So
it's crazy, man. What'd you feel about season of the Plunder?
Like I said, I think it's going to be a good season. I don't know how any of these. I feel like the new the catch activity is pretty much going to be Dares of Eternity.
Okay.
Essentially, but Dares of Eternity in the Grasp of Avarice dungeon. Right? It's going to be like a 6-man Grasp of Avarice dungeon, and then I'm trying to think what the other thing that stood out to me was. It's cool that they're doing all the free-to-play stuff and that they're doing all the crossover. Definitely seems like there's some budget that came their way recently.
Yes. So I told you that Sony bag. That Sony bag drops. So they said y'all need that Spider-Man influence for Strand. Let's go.
That's going to be really cool. I want to see how big that sandbox is going to be. If it's like a full-on, if it's like something the scale of what was in Scourge of the Past, in the beginning, if it's free to roam in that way, that'd be cool. I think maybe something double that size would be really, really cool. And you're just able to do stuff within it versus just going through it. The thing about Destiny that always kind of I always get a little irked because they have such potential for some of these spaces where it would be worth it to be able to have to go around and not just through, you know what I mean? So I hope that it's more of just a big playable area.
Right.
And that would be awesome. And I think that's what it seems like, certainly. So,
No, I feel you, bro. Attic, man, you seemed excited.
Yeah, I like they're finally showing us new ads and stuff, and we got a couple new creatures. I'm still a little disappointed we ain't seen a new faction. I kind of expected when the darkness show up a whole new darkness faction and not just 1 or 2 ads that just creep with the cabal. It's going to be interesting to actually conclude the Callus thing because we ain't never even seen this dude in real life. So I think I was definitely hyped, but it was more of the social aspects that they're putting in the game, not story wise. I felt like I need to see a little bit more story wise.
No, I feel you. Yeah, I'll jump in completely blown away. I came in not that I came in with low expectations, but it's always like, how can they gain excitement again? And they always knock it out the park with the expansion stuff. But yeah, this was a lot. I think the quality of life stuff really impressed me. Like the loadouts, the in-game LFG stuff that people have been crying for years, that integrated in the game in a cool way is really cool. That's gonna help the user base even more. They really did it. Like, then they're going no more sunsetting, which is huge, because that means the argument for sunsetting was that the game was getting too big. So now them doing that to me seems that there's a long-term play. And I'm curious if by Lightfall, we don't get the announcement that they sunsetting them old consoles. Because the reason why they said sunsetting came out in the first place was because the game was getting too big and they still had that past generation. So I'm curious if that whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, we finally, because right now you can still play it on PS4.
Yeah, it'll be every old console except for the PlayStation.
I don't think they're doing that. I think that the most thing you're going to see, because to me, I feel like if they were doing that, it would have been announced there. I feel like they've found a way in the back end of stuff to help with the transition a little bit more.
I don't know, man. I disagree. I think that the whole reason why they said, I remember that announcement when Sunset came, like it was yesterday. They was like, the constraints of the game are too big. They were like, we just cannot keep adding content, and this is the way. And people were mad at them. And they were like, we're sorry, that's what it is. And then we'll bring some things back here and there and reimagine it. You talk about permanently not getting rid of the content anymore. And this was a lot of issues that, like I said, Maddie, people want to get in Destiny. Like, yo, I want to play from start to finish. So if you're going to play from start to finish and have all that stuff, I mean, hey, I hope if you right and they figured out a way on the back end to technically solve that, kudos to the greatest developers I've ever seen. Like, kudos to them. That would be crazy, but we'll see. We'll see. I thought that was cool. Yeah, what everything about Lightfall is fire to me. Everything about like I love once you throw like a cyberpunk essence kind of vibe, I'm in. It looked like a populated city. Then we got a new race that's these cloud strided dudes that look cool. I am with you though, Attic. I thought we would get more newer people besides, obviously, it's Callus, his people, and then you got this Harbinger thing that look unstoppable. But I did agree with you. I thought we were gonna get more of like that race in that. So I'm with you there. And maybe the vibe I'm getting now, we're gonna get that in final shape. You know what I'm saying? They stalling the witness race. They giving us like a little more taste of here it is, and Callus's crew, but we ain't getting the full darkness race the way it is. But no, I thought it was cool, and surprisingly, this season stuff look hot too. I love to see it these days. I ain't go for it. I thought that's a great call to catch that, you know what I'm saying, to fall in. Mithrax is okay, yeah. I mean, not Mithrax. What's her name? Aramis is a little. I'm with you at. It's a little late. Like, yeah, we knew she was gonna come back. We're like, all right, we gonna see you. Okay, fine. But the activities look fun. So
yeah, the activities look fun. I think me is just like, I like how they're finally starting to open up Destiny to new characters in general. But it's just like, come on, man. Like, we should be it seems like there's a new like faction that's gonna be an ally, but it's just like, I wanted that to be an enemy. Like,
you wanted to fight them dudes.
I want no. It's not even them. It's just we're just fighting the Cabal again.
Like, we fighting the Cabal with his big bro, one big bro. Well, that big bro look crazy though.
Yeah, but it's just like, to me, we've been fighting the same factions for like 10 years. It feels.
Oh no, of course.
It's like now we're just gonna put a big block on their back.
But Big Bro, come on, don't sleep on Big Bro. That he knew. You ain't see Big Bro.
What were those things? The Harbingers?
Yeah, Big Bro. With the Harbinger, that's a whole new thing. Yeah, that's a whole new thing.
I got like serious like pyramid head vibes from that guy. I hope it's something like that. But you know what'd be cool is like, if those things are just like randomly scattered out there, and you have to
just come out, you
have to go around and like avoid them, and if like they see you, it's like certain death, kind of like the Gorgons or something. But
I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those things where they're just gonna be like an ad that pops up on the map. Like they're just, I don't think it's gonna be like one of those things where you have to avoid them. Like they're just, it seems like they have a little bit of darkness energy with them, and they can kill you pretty easily.
Yeah,
but I don't think they're gonna make you avoid them.
See, but I'd love a quest. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go.
I would love a quest where there's like something like that roams around, and you have to go and like kill a certain number of them, and it's tied to part of an exotic, like quest line. Like that would be so cool to me. Like something you have to. That's really kind of tough like that. Like you could maybe kill one of those on your own if you're lucky, but maybe easier with 3 people. Yeah.
What I'm hoping for is they keep harping about how the campaign was the best campaign ever. Everyone loved it. We all agree. And one thing that people don't realize how it made that campaign fire, besides the story was great and everything was great, was Hive Guardians. We truly had a threat. And then we had to be uncomfortable, go out there, get the ghost, otherwise it keep coming back, and then they could kind of one-hit kill you. So I think they're leaning on that with, I'm gonna keep calling him Big Bro, the Big Darkness Bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think they trying to change our place because they kind of was like, yo, when that thing is on the map, it is tremendous fear. Like this is almost an unstoppable. They said like an unstoppable force, I think was the terminology that they use. So I like that because to me, like Alex said, like we keep fighting the same enemies. We're gonna dust off the Cabal. But when you got that enemy like a Hive Guard or an unstoppable thing, that adds a whole dimension of fear into the playing field. And I want to see how that plays.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be something new to face. I'm not really taking their terminology too much to heart. I feel like it's just a lot of amping up on marketing. I'm pretty sure, this dude gonna take a couple more bullets than the other ads. Like,
nah, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. Right now. They are not doing that. They're gonna be a couple more bullets. Not the way they say it. You're being way too negative on that.
It's gonna take a couple more shots, man. In a game where we're this powerful, it's gonna take a couple more shots.
Nah, that's not the case.
Like I don't.
We can make a bet on that. I'll make a bet with you.
I don't think that he's gonna get like killed by like literally 2 or 3 more shots. Like even if you have to shoot a couple more Gallowhorn shots into him, like I want a new faction. I didn't want to just see one ad.
Like, I get that. I'm just saying, based on what you want, doesn't negate what that new character is. That's all I'm trying to say. But I understand your overall want. You're disappointed because you want that, and there's nothing wrong with that. You want more type of stuff like that as opposed to just one little enemy. I get where you're going. All I'm saying is, I bet anybody that it ain't gonna be he just a little bit tougher. You just shoot a couple more bullets and you down him. That's not gonna be that character. I can guarantee you that. Let's go flame one in real quick. Hold on. Sorry for gonna send you that. Oh damn.
I'm about to head out.
All right, cool. I just wanted to get his comments real quick because he did ask. Slow-mo, that's just the right amount of that. You said he's a number one hater. I mean, I love how his games don't have no stream.
I guess the reason that I'm like, it's not that I'm not feeling the Harbinger. It's just I wanted more like foot soldiers. Like it's just like it feels like they've always just recycled the same 4 people. And it's just like I wanted more foot soldiers, not like captains.
No, I get that.
Take it and scorn and put.
Because like at the end of the day, 88% of the stuff we're gonna fight is gonna be Cabal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I get that. To me, all that shows is final shape is where we get that. They just throw that off.
And I think because like the reason that I was just disappointed is because like this is supposed to be
were disappointed.
This is supposed to be like
happening right
when the darkness invades. And it's just like they're invading with Cabal. Like
you don't know what a raid will be like though. Like they didn't say anything about that.
That's cool. It is what it is, man.
I mean, in typical, I love my brother. In typical fact, this is what he do.
I mean, like to me, the darkness invades fully. With all their ships and stuff.
They didn't say that. You didn't listen to the story. They did not say that. The whole purpose of Lightfall is that there's this planet of Neptune, of this whole culture race that was hiding, and that Callus and them, as the new disciple, was coming over there to take them over, and now we're trying to protect them and they're a new ally. To your point, the story where you're talking about, I agree. I thought that was what Lightfall was going to be. So we align there. What they're saying is, I mean, this is a prequel to what's going to happen in Final Shape, where the full invasion happens. Right. They're basically stalling one expansion for the full thing, is what I got out of it. But I understand your point, though. Trust me, I'm not trying to minimize what you said.
It is what it is. I'll play it. I mean, I'm not gonna not play it.
Yeah, shout out to Beth Animal. He said, Well, he said, what you mean division? He said a state of the game. What is it? A stream? Is it alive? Is it new content? What is he talking about? He said had a state of the game. What's going on with division? Don't even talk to me, bro. Do you got your skins in Fortnite yet? Is the division in the Epic? What's going on? Do they got the crossovers yet? What's going? Let me stop here, man. I gotta kick him. I gotta kick him a little bit when he down.
I want to know when we get Dragon Ball Z skins in Destiny.
Ooh, man, the Epic Store.
And then Destiny is just Dragon Ball Z multiplayer, and you can all go home.
Changes the game, huh?
I mean, we already have the Kamehameha wave. They only need to put that shit in the game.
Yeah, Flame, I sent you the journal. I'm trying to get you your ball before we head out. Let me know. But yeah, man. I'm excited. It's a show.
It's a show.
You talking about when that dude was that the dust? Oh, let me stop. Everyone dude in the corner talking, reading off a piece of paper, and we let me stop. Division, stop it. I love you though. Warframe was doing their thing though. So there we go. There's Lord Warframe. I want to get your ball before we go. Lord Warframe, Mr. Flame, can you hear us?
Speaking of Lord Warframe, that Railjack stuff with Season of the Plunder, let's go.
Let's go, right?
I'm not gonna lie, that actually looked really cool for the season. But overall, for like the Lightfall stream, I actually love like I wasn't expecting that tone with it.
Yes, the tone is what I like.
Like I think one of the people I was watching it with, like they said, like it's like an old
cyberpunk.
Yeah,
bro,
like it literally looked so cool. It looked so cool. Oh, I loved it. I liked where they're going with Strand. I hate that the Warlocks are just gonna be Beyblades though. Like,
yeah,
that's kind of unfair.
I'm looking at the locks. I'm like, everybody else joint look hotter than ours.
Okay, but picture this, right? Grapple hook all the way up to the sky,
True.
and then launch down 8 missiles that track enemies.
That track, yes. And for the Floof gang that struggle with jumps, the fact that I could throw the Spider-Man strand in literally outer space and not attached to nothing.
Exactly. We're getting
no more jumping puzzle
man.
problems. We're good.
Exactly. Yes, we're good.
I get my traversal. Oh, let's go. Slow-mo said they jacked. Slow-mo said he said they jacked Warframe. Tell us what Warframe got. So I want to know. Break it down a little, real quick.
So one was the Railjack, obviously.
Yeah. What's Railjack? Break it down. I'm uneducated. So
Railjack is literally like you go into space, like they said in the stream, like you're able to go to like different planets, fight, enemies, go into their ships, take their stuff and everything like that. It's gonna be kind of like that. And I actually, not gonna lie, I love that they're bringing that into Destiny. I actually think that's an awesome gameplay system. So I'm gonna love it. Cool. The Guardian rank system though is kind of like Master rank as well for Warframe. It's gonna be kind of like the difference. It's gonna be
so we taking y'all stuff.
I mean, to be fair, it's a good system.
It's a smart.
It's a way to tell. It's a way to tell the difference between newbies and veterans.
So whatever secret y'all got that y'all doing over there that we could implement.
And you'll see them on Lognet soon, I guess. But, let's see. They're bringing back King's Fall. I'm happy about that. I just hope they don't bring any new kind of mechanics into it like they did with what was it, Vault of Glass? I think
they're gonna have champions and they're gonna make because
you know how Fortnite can make a shit ton of money.
How
they put a Cade skin in there.
Oh, they put a Cade skin. They're gonna take off to the roof. Yeah.
Please, I would go in there and just buy it. I wouldn't even play the game. It's just like Master Chief. I would buy it. But speaking of which, like they're bringing all those skins into Fall Guys and everything like that. I'm gonna be there day one.
All right. So overall, you seem excited. You know what I mean? As a person, I mean, obviously, you usually come for Destiny for the expansions. That's your thing, right? You wait for the expansions.
I might be coming for the season actually because I actually love what they're doing for it. It looks really, really good. I mean,
usually
going into space and taking fallen stuff. I love that.
At this point, I'm just in Destiny for the lore and raids. Like that's all.
No, fair. That's where you at. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that it was interesting. The themes that they chose were interesting. I thought they were decent choices. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a fun year. We'll see how it works out. Shout out to Epic. Shout out to all the bags they got.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I love how they went on this whole like tirade about like, oh well, with Epic Games, they're such innovative games.
Yeah.
Like you've got money to go into the store.
They got a bag. I love when they announce a new partner they working with. It's like, we really believe in Stadia, what they're doing over there.
Like a 10-page like thing on the teleprompter thing.
Yo, let me tell you though, no one has mastered getting paid for their game by multiple suitors than Bungie. They are the goats were getting a bag. I've never seen a game like this where they continue to get bags. This is crazy to me. Now, the only thing they got to do now, this is where I agree with Slow-Mo. He said this earlier. I was hoping that we'd get the Steam Deck integration announcement.
I don't think they're gonna, because I seen them talk about that on the stream once.
Yeah,
and they said that it's technical issues and they don't know if they can ever fix it
because of Linux. Yeah, I wonder if it's Linux.
Well, it's not even just that, because apparently, like when they were doing stuff with it,
Yeah.
people was using it to hack into their game
into the thing. Yeah, and they not there, especially where they came from with the cheating and all the pre anti-cheat era.
I think the biggest thing that I am looking forward to when it comes to Lightfall is just like getting more information on Cal. So
you mean on Callus? Yeah. You see him bathing in the
man. He looked good in there. He looked good in there.
He bathing in Lake Minnetonka.
It's good. I can't wait to have the raid fighting him, because hopefully that's
God, fighting a bathed floppy Callus.
Yo,
whoa.
Listen, you gotta get in the royal pools.
Oh my God,
man, there we go.
It's like Uncle Iroh in that one episode.
Oh my God. Look, we get messy. I do got a wrap, but good stream. Any final thoughts? Anybody? Scream, DJ, what you did?
Just ready for it to happen. It's February. It's not that far away. I thought it was gonna be much further than that.
I thought it'd be March. Yeah, I thought it'd be March.
I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. It was a good stream.
For all that complaining, and then you give it an 8.
It's just look like for years for years I have complained pretty consistently over enemy factions.
But you was ripping this stream like it was.
No, I still liked what I saw. It's just
energy.
I still liked what I saw. It's just I wasn't feeling a new enemy faction. That's all.
I didn't like the faction, baby.
See, this is why I can't be saying stuff, because I can't say anything unless get some smart.
You were supposed to say everything is fire and agree.
Oh my God,
that's how it goes.
It's fire. It's fire.
Everything you like, you see, because it's your favorite game. You're supposed to be
completely fire. Everything's fire.
That's right. Now we in cahoots. You're supposed to be with me against Slow-Mo so we can attack him. So we don't want to give him any ammunition.
So now it's a 10. Got it.
It's a 10 out of 10. It's perfect stream. Cat daddy, my man.
I guess my mindset too is like,
they said the Callus hot tub raid. I'm blocking.
I guess
yeah.
I guess
choosy, man.
I guess my mindset too is at least it's not the Hive again. So at least
he said, "Thank God it's not the Hive." I go for it. When I was with you, I rolled my eyes a little bit. I was like, "Erebus again."
Yeah, for a season too. It's just a season.
Season. I'm a little bit more understanding when it comes to the seasons, because that's not like expensive content. At least they gave us a new city. I am a little bit. I hope that the strain is built for more than just. I part of me hopes they didn't just make a subclass to navigate through this city and not really think about this subclass after the city.
The key is going to be, think about all the old content bringing Strand into it. That's like going back to the older content. That's going to be interesting. The thing that I like though, because at first I was scared too that it was just a mobility kind of class. But then when I saw like the binding and keeping people animated and stuck and doing all this stuff, I was like, okay, there's other things to it clearly. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like I want to see the implementation of certain things, because Scream. So we got the resident breaker of things. I think there's a lot of potential for exploit.
They're about to put straight up buildings around everything. There ain't no more.
It's all fire, and I agree.
No doubt.
Go into Last Wish, and then you just see a giant building just out of nowhere.
It's gonna be.
I'll be on top of the building.
Now we easily gonna get up top of the building.
I mean, to be honest with you, you could definitely probably get to a couple more places than you couldn't go to. But I mean, it was pretty easy to move around with the Warlock. Like they had a lot of mobility, features that they could do. So I don't think you could do a whole lot more with this class you couldn't already do with the Warlock in terms of like getting places you ain't supposed to go.
I just
it might just be easier on other classes. I think it'll be easier on all classes. Like the Warlock is always the go-to.
I'm thinking of Vow and Disciple and all those stupid things when you gotta jump those gaps before you fight Rogue. And now you just strand over.
But you know there's going to be a raid
Speed
where
runs,
that's going to
speed
be
runs.
like the thing you're going to need to do. Like,
Yes.
It's going to be something where
Yes.
you're going to need to do
Captain.
that, and it's going to be a difficult like jumping.
I
puzzle
forgot
to do
about
it.
that. You know how bad the Destiny drug me. Cat Daddy deleted his characters.
gone. He back.
And now he's like, I bet you the back of
I
his
love
mind,
that.
he ain't coming out openly and saying this. He's like, damn, I deleted
that's-
my Guardians.
That's
Like,
the power of the
Lowest
only
Guardian
Destiny is the
rank
only
ever.
game we keep quitting. You come back.
he
comes back
had
by
to
year as made.
he had to delete his Guardians to encourage him not to come
To
back.
not to
Like,
play. Like that was he was stopping the drug.
See,
flow.
I will
He was
say,
like, no more.
you people can say one thing. I ain't never did that. Like,
That's true. That is true.
It's
That
like-
is.
Destiny 1.
But I'm with you, Scream. I think Scream right. I think the what you call it raid, Lightfall raid, is gonna have some section where it's gonna be traversal, and going through because they're promoting that during that city. You know what I'm saying?
Since they're making it, see, here's the thing, like the fact that they're giving to every class, some of the bosses might be on platform fightings, like where you need to transition. Like,
Yes.
imagine like something going around a room and you have to constantly go to
Yes.
another platform for it to
Yep.
hit you. So I mean, it opens up to like stuff you can do with every class. I was mainly talking about like glitching into areas.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, I'm thinking like DJ. Remember Prophecy Dungeon boss fight, and remember how you had to chase him on those platforms, right? Think about how creative you could be, and you could do interdimensional stuff where you're chasing, you're moving around and fights and stuff like that with Strand. Strand is encouraging the movement, so I think they're opening themselves up to some cool things. I think that raid is going to be really cool. Whatever the environment is, I think it's going to be really cool.
It's going to have a huge budget.
Oh yeah, they got that. Sony check done clear,
Especially by then, yeah.
Listen,
Whether
man.
updates are available.
Listen,
I know that we
9.9
joke
gigs.
around about it, but I think you're going to see a lot more from Sony after this.
Listen, I'm saying it now.
I don't know if they deliberately.
Listen, they called up us. Bungie called Sony. Said, "Yo, let me give y'all Insomniac for this DLC. Go ahead, Insomniac. Go out there and show them how to do that." Sony at work, bending the knee.
I mean, let's be real here.
Thank you, Sony.
Those checks just cleared recently. They ain't go back and changing stuff. They already
Tell you, man, they called up. They got my mans out there.
I do think that I personally feel like if they weren't bought by another company like Sony, after the next expansion, not this one, but the one after that, I think there is a good chance that Destiny might have died after that. Like,
Who
because
knows?
if Matter would have took off, I think they might have focused on that. But now that since they have a little bit, someone
Breathing
that's
room.
backing them, then I think they can focus on both games. But I don't think
I agree.
I don't know
I
if
agree.
Bungie could have focused on 2 successful games. I just
agree,
don't know.
especially with Matter, because Matter was what is it? The vibe was like a PvE, like a Overwatch kind
Hero
of thing.
shooter.
Hero shooter. You need to dedicate resources. I don't know how they were going to do that in that current state. So
It just comes down to it's just like I'm glad that so I prefer it went to where it went to because I do think Sony's going to give them options that I don't know if Microsoft would have, and I personally feel like as much as I'm a little bit half and half with Destiny, I still love the game. I love the lore. So I don't want it to end. Like, I know that sounds crazy. I don't want the game to ever end.
I think you're in. Honestly, I think you're not the country. I think you're in a expansion zone. I think you get the most excited with expansion, but I don't know if the seasonal mode has been good for you, based on unless there's a raid. If there's a raid in the season, then it's like, okay, I'll go check that out. But I think you're cool to just pop in, do your little expansions when they do the major changes, and then hop out.
That's all they really care about, because I still buy the damn season passes and buy the damn expansions. I'm probably good. See, it depends on how that player event for the season is.
Yeah.
Like, some of them I like, some of them I don't. And normally, because they have you do a lot of things in there in those events, if I like it, I stick around more in that season. But if I don't, I drop it after like 2 days. Like,
no doubt. So look, it was another good one. Shout out to Bungie that did their thing. Let me get ready. Anybody say their little outros where they can find you, all that good stuff. Start with Scream, man. Where can
hold
they
up
find
real
you,
quick.
bro?
DJ, you busy at 2?
No. What are we doing?
I guess me, you, and I'll hit up King, see if he's awake. We'll stream this Gamescom thing because people have been messaging me asking, are we doing it? You know, if I get a couple people, I'll stream it. I'll take like 30 minutes to get something to eat, and then I'll come back and stream it.
Heard that.
Cool. No
You're
doubt.
welcome to Flame.
Mr. Wilhelm Scream.
Might not be.
Find people find you. What you got going on, sir?
You can just search Wilhelm Scream on YouTube.
Where, sir? Where, sir? How do you spell it?
Just search that.
How do you
You'll get
spell
me
it?
or some funny stuff. Either way, it's a win-win.
It's a good subscription. I like
And I will say that the download is available. It's 9.98 gigs.
Oh,
for the
okay.
update.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, they're refreshing the whole game again. Yay.
No doubt. Lords of Gaming. Lord Warframe, not Flame. Warframe.
Okay, we'll go with that
Where
one,
can
I guess.
people find you? What you got going on, sir?
Well, I'm Joseph Repko, assistant editor at lordsofgaming.net. I mostly write all the Warframe and now Soulframe related stuff.
Fire.
And I am at FlameLognet on Twitter.com.
No
because
doubt.
I still need to be on there for business purposes.
Behaving.
Just a little bit.
No doubt. And the Destiny bestie, the homie, the late night,
bestie.
getting it in every raid, DPS arguing.
Doesn't sound like me at all. It's ridiculous.
Deep stone crypt shaming.
I get to work. The first thing I hear when I join on is hearing DJ say, I don't believe that.
My bro, Mr. DJ Oros, where can people find you?
People can find me in the Bungie store. And I just buying the collector's edition.
Trying to buy that.
You doing a raid?
Yeah, I got them already. They're good. If you want some good raid help, follow me on Twitter or at Twitter and on Twitch. My tag is Back for Dead 1.
No, that is not his tag.
You can
It totally
get a
is.
good time. Deep Stone Crypt help.
He's very salty about
but
that.
always reach out. DJ Oros everywhere. I'll give you some help and play some games.
Yeah, but don't hit up DJ Oris because he's horrible at that.
Oh my God, I agree.
No doubt, Lord Cognito here. You already know Bungie with another one. A lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Definitely met expectation for me, but I'm curious to see what the masses think once I see these social media streets. That's all I got. Addict, thank you for holding it down for me, bro.
All right, and you can catch me at Lord Addictopy on Twitter. We will be going live here in about another 40 minutes, probably a little bit sooner than that. I gotta go get something to eat before I do anything. But we will be doing it. People saying it's 2 p.m. Damn it! I wish it was 3. All right, but I'll talk